Okay, this is the Unit 1 Cycle 2 Level 2 Star video. I know at the beginning of the sound it kind of messes up, so I'm going to give you a random fact. Wyoming was the first state to give women the right to vote. Okay, so this is how to solve using function notation. So remember that function notation is just the fancy word for y equals, okay? Alright, so we're going to figure out how to solve. When they give you a domain, we're trying to find the range. So domain is x's and the range is y's. So they give us this rule. F of x equals 2x plus 3. That's the same as y equals 2x plus 3. Okay? So in this scenario, we're trying to find f of 4. To find that, you would replace x with 4 in the rule. So I'm going to rewrite it. 2, that's where my x goes, plus 3. Now I'm going to plug in the value they tell me is 4, putting it right there. And now I'm going to solve by hand. So 2 times 4 is 8, and then plus 3, 8 plus 3 is 11. Okay, so for f of 4, when x is 4, the y is 11. Okay, over here. To find f of negative 1, you replace x with negative 1 in the rule. So same thing. We have 2, same rule, parentheses plus 3. I'm putting negative 1 in for x. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, because a positive times a negative is a negative, and then plus 3. Negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Okay, I just want to double check that, so I'm going to show you how to check it on the calculator, because there are multiple ways we could do this. Okay, so I can type this in exactly like it is. 2, negative 1, plus 3. And it says my answer is 1, so I did it correctly. Okay, now we're going to use the following equation. F of x equals 2x plus 5. They give us a new rule. So now I'm going to show you how to do it a different way. So this is in the calculator. We're going to add a graph. Okay, I'm going to write the steps down. In calculator, add graph. Ms. Smith, how do I add a graph? I'm going to show you. Here's my nifty calculator. I'm going to do home. Down here, that's add graph to new document. Okay, and then it lets me put it in. It says F1 of x equals. So I'm going to type this part in just like it says. 2x plus 5. X is at the bottom. X. And then plus 5. And I'm going to hit enter. It gives me a line. Okay? So after we added a graph, we typed equation. Remember, this is x. Our x value is 2, so I'm trying to find the y value. Now I can do Control T. It pulls up the table. Okay? So when x equals 2, my x's are over here. My y value is 9. So to do that, I did Control T for table. Now these all use the same rule. Okay, so now I'm going to scroll to 6. Here it is. When x is 6, my y is 17. So when x is 6, my y is 17. Okay, so I've now showed you 2 ways. By hand, you can type the equation into the calculator in a calculator page, and you can graph it and then use Control T to find a table. Now there's another way. This says negative 212. I could scroll all the way to negative 212, but I don't really have time for that, and I don't think you will want to do that either. So I'm going to get rid of my table by pressing Control T again. So now I just have my line. Okay? So right here, I'm going to put after grafting. These are just the steps. I'm going to do menu, trace, graph trace. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I got my line. Menu, trace is option 5. Graph trace is the first one. Okay, and now right here, it automatically goes to your y-intercept. I can start typing in my x value I need. So in this case, I need negative 212. So negative, see how it pops up right there? It says x equals. So negative 212. Hit enter. When x is negative 212, my y is negative 419. So that was after graphing, menu, trace, graph trace, and then enter x value, and then enter. Okay, so that's negative 419. 3 ways to do it. By hand, typing equation into the calculator page, using a table in a graph, or using graph trace. Okay? So, there are 3 questions for you to answer yourself. It asks you the calculator steps, and then in your rubric, there is 2 links to play an independent practice game. Okay? You only have to pick one of those. Thank you guys.